Good morning. As the first light breaks over the horizon, a sense of anticipation fills the air. Today, we're waking up to the arrival of a major winter storm, one that's been building strength for days and is now poised to make a significant impact. As December begins, a powerful nor'easter is set to impact much of the country, bringing a messy mix of snow, ice, and wind. Meteorologists have been tracking this system as it sweeps across the Midwest and barrels toward the East Coast, gathering moisture and energy along the way. This isn't just a dusting, this is a fast-moving, rapidly intensifying system that could disrupt travel for millions returning to work and school. Airports are already reporting delays and cancellations, and highways are expected to become gridlocked as conditions deteriorate. Heavy snow, dangerous ice, and strong winds are all converging to create a hazardous situation. Streets that were clear just hours ago are now being blanketed in white, and freezing rain is turning sidewalks and driveways into skating rinks. And a blast of cold air is sweeping in behind the storm, dropping temperatures rapidly and making it feel even more bitter outside. People are bundling up, bracing against the biting wind as they head out for the day. The worst conditions will last just 3 to 6 hours in most areas, but during that window, travel could become treacherous. Salt trucks and snow plows are working around the clock, but even they may struggle to keep up with the intensity of this storm. Two atmospheric systems are merging, creating a classic nor'easter that will track up the East Coast. This rare combination of forces is fueling the storm's rapid intensification, making it one of the most significant early-season events in recent years. Major cities from the mid-Atlantic to New England should prepare for challenging weather over the next 24 to 48 hours. Residents in New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and beyond are being urged to stay off the roads if possible, and to prepare for potential power outages. The main threats: heavy, wet snow that clings to everything it touches and accumulates quickly on roads and rooftops, are already being felt in many neighborhoods, and slick ice, coating tree branches and power lines, could bring down trees, snap wires, and make roads hazardous for even the most experienced drivers. Emergency crews are on alert, ready to respond to downed lines and blocked roads. Pay close attention to local forecasts and be ready for rapidly changing conditions. Weather alerts and warnings are being updated by the hour, so it's important to stay informed and adjust your plans as needed. The worst is expected during the Tuesday morning commute in the Northeast, so brace yourselves. Winter is here, in full force. If you must travel, allow extra time, and use extreme caution, as visibility may drop suddenly, and roads could become impassable. This nor'easter is about to make its presence known, reminding us all of the power and unpredictability of winter weather. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep an eye on the skies as this major storm unfolds. To truly understand the power behind this storm, let's break down the fascinating process of how it's coming together. Weather events like this don't just appear out of nowhere. They're the result of a complex dance between air masses, moisture, and atmospheric energy. At the heart of this system are two crucial ingredients: a mass of frigid, dense air spilling down from the snow-covered Rocky Mountains, and a surge of warm, moisture-rich air streaming northward from the Gulf of Mexico. When these two very different air masses meet, the stage is set for something dramatic. As these systems approach each other, they begin to interact over the southeast late Monday. Here, a powerful low-pressure system starts to form, drawing in energy from both the cold and the warmth. Meteorologists watch closely as these fronts merge, knowing this is where the storm's true strength will be born. This developing low-pressure system then tracks up the East Coast, following a path known as the classic nor'easter track. As it hugs the coastline, it taps into the vast reservoir of Atlantic Ocean moisture, fueling its rapid intensification, a process meteorologists call bombogenesis, where the storm's pressure drops at an extraordinary rate. As the central pressure plummets, the winds around the storm intensify dramatically. This means not only stronger gusts, but also heavier bands of precipitation: snow, sleet, or rain, depending on where you are. The collision of cold, dry air from the north with warm, moist air from the south creates a powerful lift in the atmosphere. As the warm air is forced upward, it cools and condenses, forming thick clouds and unleashing waves of precipitation. This is the engine that drives the storm's intensity. In areas where temperatures are below freezing, this precipitation falls as heavy wet snow, quickly blanketing neighborhoods, roads, and cities in white. where there's a shallow layer of cold air near the ground, but warmer air above, the result is freezing rain or sleet, coating trees, power lines, and roads in a dangerous glaze of ice. And in regions where the air remains warm enough, the storm brings heavy rain, soaking streets and swelling rivers. What makes this storm especially dangerous is how quickly it can develop. In just a few hours, calm skies can give way to howling winds, blinding snow, or sheets of rain, catching many off guard. The result? Intense snow bands that can dump several inches per hour, gusty winds that whip snow into whiteout conditions, and rapidly changing weather that makes travel treacherous. This is not just a snowstorm, it's a dynamic, ever-changing system that can bring a mix of snow, ice, and rain, sometimes all within the same region. That's why it's so important to stay alert. This setup is a textbook example of a high-impact winter event, with the potential to disrupt travel, knock out power, and create hazardous conditions across a wide area. The storm's complexity is what makes it so dangerous. Rapid changes in temperature and precipitation type can catch even experienced drivers and emergency crews by surprise. So as this powerful storm approaches, be prepared for sudden changes. Keep an eye on forecasts, have emergency supplies ready, and stay safe as this remarkable weather event unfolds. The storm's journey began in the Central Plains and Midwest, with light snow in Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and Nebraska. As it moved east, snow spread across the Ohio Valley, marking the storm's strengthening. The main event unfolds late Monday into Tuesday as the storm intensifies along the mid-Atlantic coast and races toward New England. The fast-moving system means no area will be hit for long, but snowfall rates could make travel nearly impossible for a few hours. Cities like D.C., Philadelphia, and New York will be near the rain-snow line, making forecasts tricky. The heaviest snow targets interior New England on Tuesday. By Tuesday night, the storm pulls away, with lingering snow in Maine, and a blast of cold air behind it. The storm's quick exit leaves behind icy roads and new travel hazards. Snow lovers in the Northeast, get ready. Your first major winter storm of the season is here, and it's bringing a dramatic change to the landscape. For many, this is the moment you've been waiting for, the first real taste of winter, with snowflakes swirling through the air and blanketing everything in sight. The excitement is palpable as neighborhoods prepare for a classic nor'easter, and the anticipation builds with every flake that falls. Most of Pennsylvania, New York, and New England are bracing for 3 to 6 inches of heavy, wet snow, enough to snarl travel, close schools, and transform city streets into winter wonderlands. The weight of this snow could also bring down tree branches and power lines, so be prepared for possible outages and disruptions. Local officials are urging everyone to stay off the roads if possible, as conditions will deteriorate quickly. A narrow corridor stretching from southern New Hampshire through central Massachusetts is in the bullseye, where totals could reach 8 to 10 inches, and some isolated spots may even approach a foot. These higher amounts will create deep drifts and make shoveling a real challenge for residents in these areas. During the Tuesday morning commute, snowfall rates could surge to 1 to 3 inches per hour, leading to near whiteout conditions on highways and city streets. Visibility will drop rapidly, and even experienced drivers will find travel treacherous. If you must head out, allow extra time and drive with extreme caution. Road crews will struggle to keep up with the relentless snowfall, and travel will be extremely dangerous, especially during the peak of the storm. Expect delays, closures, and the possibility of getting stranded if you venture out. By Tuesday evening, the heaviest snow will taper off for most areas, but lingering snow showers will persist north of Boston and across much of Maine, keeping roads slick and visibility low into the night. Lighter snow amounts, generally 1 to 3 inches, are expected in the Ohio Valley and Midwest, with just a thin coating further west. While not as disruptive, these lighter amounts can still create slippery spots and minor travel headaches. Even small accumulations can make roads icy and hazardous, so use caution, reduce your speed, and give yourself extra stopping distance, especially on untreated surfaces. This is shaping up to be a high-impact event for the Northeast, with widespread disruptions, beautiful winter scenes, and a reminder of the power of nature as winter truly arrives. The threat of ice and freezing rain is one of the storm's most dangerous aspects. Even a thin glaze can turn roads and sidewalks into sheets of glass. The ice threat began Monday in parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri, then shifted east into Arkansas and the Appalachians. A glazing of ice, up to 1/10 of an inch, can cause power outages and hazardous travel. Elevation matters. Valleys may see rain, but higher ground could get significant ice. Ice accumulation brings down trees and power lines, causing outages and dangerous roads. Bridges and overpasses freeze first. Avoid travel if possible. If you must drive, go slow and leave extra space. Take this hidden danger seriously. This nor'easter brings more than snow and ice. Strong winds are a major threat. Gusts of 30 to 45 mph will hit the northeast coast, causing blowing snow, reduced visibility, and coastal flooding during high tides. Large waves and beach erosion are likely. Coastal residents should heed local warnings. Travel will be a nightmare, especially in the northeast and ice zones. Expect road closures and major flight delays. Behind the storm, Arctic air plunges south, dropping temperatures and turning slush into ice. Wind chills will make it feel even colder, posing health risks if you're not dressed properly. The combination of wind, cold, and lingering ice will create hazards long after the snow stops. Stay off the roads if you can, and bundle up if you must go out. This storm's impacts will linger. Prepare for power outages and difficult travel. Safety comes first. Once the nor'easter moves out by Wednesday, the weather calms, but the cold lingers. Sunshine returns, but temperatures stay well below average, and any snow or slush will freeze overnight, creating black ice. Cleanup will take time. Heavy, wet snow and ice mean slow progress for road and utility crews. Be patient and give crews space to work safely. The weather pattern stays active, with light snow possible midweek and a new storm threat for the Gulf Coast by late week. The cold air remains locked in, setting the stage for future storms. The northeast gets a brief break, but it will be a cold one. Stay alert for changing conditions. This nor'easter is just the start of an active cold December. Long-range models show a persistent trough over the eastern U.S., funneling cold air and guiding more storms up the coast. Another shot of cold arrives Thursday, reinforcing the chill. By next weekend, another winter storm could threaten the mid-Atlantic and northeast. The cold pattern means more snow and ice chances for millions. Recent record snow in the Midwest shows the ingredients for big storms are already in place. Expect at least 2 more significant systems before Christmas. Get your winter gear ready. Mother Nature isn't done yet. Preparation is key. Stay informed with local forecasts and heed all warnings. If advised, stay off the roads. The safest place during a storm is indoors. Have a winter emergency kit at home and in your car. Blankets, flashlights, food, water, and chargers. Dress in layers, cover exposed skin, and watch for frostbite and hypothermia. Shovel snow carefully and take breaks. Heavy snow is hard on the heart. Walk slowly on icy surfaces and use sand or salt for traction. Check on elderly neighbors, and keep heating vents clear of snow. Never use generators or grills indoors. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Simple precautions can keep you and your community safe. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll get through this together.